appreciate you giving me a second chance. If you clicked on this video to watch me again, I appreciate that. Please subscribe and give your girl a thumbs up. I just did a simple little Thanksgiving, for us girls who like to slay in the living room. No, I'm just kidding. But I just did like a little Thanksgiving. The first of many. Still need some work. I'm working on it. Just be patient and work with me. Thank you for watching again, and be blessed. Okay, y'all. To start off, I want to apologize for looking so rough. I don't know what's going on. I just got up and started filming without thinking. But anyways, we're starting off with our brows. I'm filling my brows in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And to be honest, I just fill in the sparse areas. I don't really have like a method. I just fill in what I see needs filling, and that's about it. Okay, so now I am cleaning up my brows with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. I try not to use too light of a shade. I don't like that light cast under my eyebrow. It just looks super unnatural. So I try to just go maybe like a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. Okay, so now I'm just buffing out that concealer with a fluffy brush. As you will see throughout the video, I do lots of blending. I just hate lines of demarcation, so I blend, blend, blend. Blending is your best friend. Okay, so now I'm setting my brows with the Anastasia Brow Gel, the clear one. Okay, so now I am spraying my face with the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Illuminating Skin Refresh Mist. Now I am priming the skin. I'm using my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, really pushing that into the skin. Now I am priming my eyes, going back to that LA Pro concealer. We're going to be buffing that out as well. And then we're going to go ahead and set that with the Fenty Pro Filter Powder in the shade Honey. Okay, now I'm going into my creased with the shade from Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder eyeshadow palette. The first color I'm going in is Lunar Eclipse. And I just realized that I probably should have showed you guys the palette. But I'm a work in progress. So next time I'll remember to actually show the shade that I'm using. Okay, so now I'm going in with a slightly darker color from that same eyeshadow palette. It's called Storm Dust. And then I'm just buffing that in, getting that into the outer corner and into the crease as well. Okay, now I'm going in with another eyeshadow palette from ColourPop called California Love, and I'm using the shade El Captain or El Capitan, something like that. Sheesh. That was my reaction to that eyeshadow. It was beautiful. I never used this palette before, but man, that eyeshadow was amazing. I really like it. I plan on trying to use it again in another video soon, maybe. Okay, so now I'm going into my outer corner with a dark brown shadow from the Pat McGrath Mothership 5 eyeshadow palette. I'm really on the ropes about this palette. It's very expensive and the eyeshadows just weren't blending as good as I thought it should for the price, but I'm still trying to work with it. As you can see here, on my other eye really gave me a hard time, like it was skipping and everything, so I'm gonna have to try to use this palette separately on its own and see how it works, because right now okay, right here you're gonna start to see what I mean by skipping. Like there's gonna be like a circle hole right there. You guys see that? I'm putting the same color eyeshadow in that spot and it's coming up a light spot. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, so we're moving on to mascara. I'm using the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. Okay, so now we're starting with foundation, just pumping that onto my face. Whoops. I'm using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the shade Y505, and I'm just buffing that into my skin with the Beauty Blender. So the technique I use is I put the most product on my hyperpigmentation and I blend out from there. And I blend and blend. So the areas where I have the dark patches, that's where I put the most product. And then the other areas, I try to sheer it out for the most part. And you'll see me blend for a while. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Butterscotch. And I'm putting that in the areas where I highlight, under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, forehead, and just a tiny bit on the chin. Also, now I'm blending that out with a beauty blender as well. I like to let the concealer under my eye set just for a few seconds longer, just because it gives more coverage, in my personal opinion. Just to add, I am using a damp beauty blender for these steps. And then as I blend out the concealer, you'll see me use the butt of the beauty blender to blend out the edges. That's just to make everything look smoother. Okay, so now I am taking the MAC Studio Fix Pressed Powder Foundation in the shade C7 to set under my eyes. Okay, now going back in with that Fenty setting powder in honey underneath my eyes to bake a little bit. Okay, so I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I was nervous or what, but I never put this powder right here. I always use a darker color powder that was sitting right in front of my face. But for some reason, I grabbed this powder. So basically what I'm doing is just sharpening up my bronzer and contour, but with the wrong shade of powder. I mean, in the end, I made it work, but it just, yeah, that was not the color. So now I am using my Fenty Sunstalker bronzer in the shade Cocoa Naughty, and then I'm just bronzing up my face with a angled brush. And now I am bronzing up my nose just a tad bit. Okay, so I took a new beauty blender and sprayed it with that facial mist, and now I'm just melting that powder into the skin. Okay, so we're moving into blush. This was a new blush for me, but I really liked it. It's the Becca Luminous blush in the color Snapdragon. Okay, so now we're moving into highlighter. This was a new one for me as well. It's by Too Faced. It's called Love Light, and then the shade is You Light Up My Life. And you can see when I first put it on, you couldn't really see it, so that's why I went back in with the spray, and it just intensified that even more. I'm not really sure if I like this highlighter yet. It just took a lot to build it up. I like the shade, but I have to play with it some more and see what I can do to make it pop more. Okay, so now I'm going under my eye, the lower lash line, with those same colors that we use in the crease. I did want to mention, I know that the areas that I highlight kind of look a little crazy right now, but in person it didn't look anything like this. I don't know why it's showing up on camera like this. So these are some things I'm gonna have to work out. Maybe it's my lighting, but what I mean by the lighter area is like the area under my eye, my forehead, and then my cheek area, well, underneath the cheek. It looks extra bright, but in person it didn't look like that. And this is just me now trying to pull the eye look together now. Just messing with a few details, trying to make sure everything's all blended out. I'm telling you, this eyeshadow was giving me a hard time. I don't know what was going on. Okay, now I'm going in with the Fenty Kilowatt and Trophy Wife to highlight my inner tear duct. And boom, just like that, eyelashes are on and we're moving to lips. I am lining my lips with MAC's lip liner in Chestnut. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Crucifix. And then right in the middle, I'm going to add this shade Sanctuary from Kat Von D as well. And blot that out, and this look will be complete. I thank you guys again so much for watching this video. And here's a picture of the final results.